All right, let's get this shit out of the way. You wanna buy sneakers, clothes on Grailed. Today I'm just gonna show you how I buy steals online, specifically on Grailed. So the first thing you need to do is be familiar with the platform. I don't use Depop, Poshmark, eBay, Instagram to buy stuff, so I only use Grailed. Therefore, I stay away from the other ones, even though I could learn them. I could learn the platforms and, you know, sort of how the site works. For me, Grailed has enough steals for the amount of money that I need to spend. And I'm mainly buying steals for personal use and for reselling. So if you're a reseller looking to buy low, sell high, Grailed is a good platform. If you can learn it, if you can learn how to play the website. So I'm gonna do 5 tips. These 5 tips are things that I hold true whenever I'm buying stuff on Grailed. They work every time. If you use these 5 tips, you will cop some steals. So let's get into it. All right, so the first tip is to stay away from Instagram sellers. So if you go to an item on Grailed that you like, or an item that you feel is profitable, and you look in the bio, it'll say Instagram at whatever. And this is specifically for people that are trying to resell items. Maybe for the personal, just because the items aren't gonna be priced according to a steal. And I'm gonna say this because why would an Instagram reseller sell for a dumb steal when they're trying to do the same thing that you're gonna try and do? For example, why would I buy Yeezy 350s for 150 and then sell them for 160? When you see like an IG seller on Grailed, for me, I automatically refrain from doing business with them because they're either gonna tell you, A, hit me up on Instagram for a cheaper price, B, they're gonna give you the runaround. Their price may be 160, right, for those Yeezys, but they're gonna end up saying something along the lines of, oh no, I only go through PayPal or IG, which you'll probably get an authentic product at 160. For me, it's just a mess. Stay away from Instagram resellers. So this one is a very touchy one. Seller feedback. My golden rule of thumb is go through with the deal if they have good feedback or no feedback. For example, I purchased a pair of Chicago ones for $190 on Grailed last year from a seller that had 0 feedback. He was located in the United States. That's the first check. You don't want to buy shit from people that are located overseas or in other countries. If they have good feedback, that's usually a good indicator. The more feedback, the better. That's the basic rule of thumb, is buy from people that have feedback. Like, I like buying shit from people that have 300 plus references on Grailed because they're reputable and they've done the thing 300 times. So the odds of them scamming you that one time is unlikely. There's some resellers that have accounts that strictly do steals. I don't know why. Maybe they're just selling their personals. When it comes to sellers with no feedback, what you wanna do is you wanna look at the amount of items that they have listed. The Chicago one example was the guy had a plethora of items for sale. He had Air Jordan 1s, he had some streetwear clothes, all the backgrounds and the pictures were the same. He had about 9 to 10 items listed. Message the seller before you offer, ask if the item's available. See how fast they respond. If they respond fast, that's a good sign. I, chopped it up with him for a while, and then after that, I made an offer. And it was pretty easy from there on out because he didn't see me as a douche lowballing him. We had a conversation. So even though my initial offer was a lowball, he ended up accepting it because we made that connection initially. All right, so the 4th thing, like I said, if the item is cheap and they have feedback already, like the example of the 300 references that only do steals, look at their feedback. Look at the item they sold. For example, I used to buy stuff from this guy on Grailed who would only sell like limited edition sneakers. He would sell off-white sneakers, all legitimate, good references. I bought a pair of off-white Vapor Maxes. I bought a pair of the off-white Vapor Maxes, the white ones, for around $350. And then a pair of Blink Easy ones, which are those are a unicorn nowadays. I bought them for 300 bucks. And this guy only did steals. So if you go through his feedback, he had 5-star feedback, and then all the listings were like steals on steals. Sean Witherspoon's for like 400 bucks. I don't know why, but maybe, just maybe, he was selling off his collection. And then most of the sneakers were in his size. So that's a good way of, that's a good indicator of he was selling a personal collection, things that he didn't wear anymore. So yes, you want to buy from specifically people that are collectors. You don't want to buy from other resellers that much, because you're most likely going to get ripped, because there's not enough money to be made. Like if I resell to a reseller, I'm gonna try and get optimal profit. In my head, that's what I want. Why would I undercut myself? The final thing, the 5th thing that you wanna look out for when looking for steals on Grailed is the time it was listed. So the time the item was listed on Grailed. So there's a simple feature where you can sort the items from new to old. So when you look at the newer items, that's where you're gonna get the steals. That's where you're gonna have to refresh and play with it all day. So I've bought the North Face Antarctica fleece in red for 300 bucks on Grailed last year, 100% legitimate. Seller had 300 references. His feedback had all his collection that he sold in the past. All the sizes were similar. He was like a medium, size 9 in shoes. This guy had various items, streetwear to like menswear style clothing. He sold the Antarctica fleece to me for $300. I shit you not. So like now it goes for like 800 to 1,000 on StockX. I've gotten offers for like 600 before. If you know, you know. So the new ones are, the new listings are where you're gonna find steals, but imagine a very old listing. So that's whenever you can favorite an item. So if you click on an item, you can favorite it. There's like a little heart button on Grailed, and you can click that and it'll be in your favorite. What I usually do, like throughout the days, I'll refresh the favorites. You'll see some of them sell, but I'll go down like 2 months and I'll see an item that I favorited. It was maybe priced well. I never offered, I never hit the seller up. I'll look at their feedback and I'll see this guy, he has items that he's bumped recently. This item's old, so he can't really bump it. He can only price drop it. So maybe he doesn't want to price drop it, because if he price drops it and somebody buys it, then he has to sell it for that price or refund the person who buys it. So some of these items go under the radar, so that's why I like to favorite them. Go down 2 to 3 months, because that's pretty relevant. If you go down a year, you know, they probably sold it to their homie at school, I don't know. You can hit them up, be like, hey, is this still available? Like I said, hit them up first. If they reply fast, it's a good sign. Send them an offer, and now you have leverage. Oh, it's been on there for 2 months, 3 months. I'll offer you, and then hit them with a low ball. And then usually they'll accept. Not all the time, but usually. That is all my tips. I'm a Grailed guru. I've been doing Grailed for a long time. I have several hundred refs on Grailed alone. If you thought the video was useful, just give it a thumbs up, and I'll probably be doing a video over how to avoid getting scammed on platforms like Grailed, so be on the lookout for that, and until next time, peace.